It's time for college basketball at Bud Walton Arena on a rainy night in Northwest Arkansas. Great anticipation surrounds a new campaign for the Arkansas Razorbacks as they welcome in the Cincinnati Bearcats in an exhibition friendly. Here's your starting lineup for the Razorbacks. I don't think there's any surprise with the starters. Acuff, Wagner, Knox. How about Trevin Brazil, the catch and the flush to start the scoring?
You gotta love it.
Miller on the drive. Kick into the corner for Abayev. There's Krisa. Might remember him from his days at Kentucky or Arizona or West Virginia at Arkansas to inbound. DJ Wagner. Carter Knox waits for the flyby and then buries the triple.
Great job by DJ getting in there and drawing the defense, and good patience by Knox.
Brazil can't gather in the rebound. Chum will collect and shoot. There's Knox to clear. See if Arkansas can get something in transition. Pringle, nice move and a basket at the rim.
Little spin cycle there. Brett took him baseline, got the big boy's feet.
For Arkansas, Thomas with a fadeaway three. Back tap by Miller. And there's an easy slam from Chum, the Senegal.
On him down, the offensive rebounds, and get another attempt.
How about Trevin Brazil stepping out a long range three, and he'll bury the triple. And there's Abayev, another miss, another rebound for Brazil.
He really looks stronger. Expecting big things from him.
New uniform number this year for Trevin. He was 2, then 4, now 7. And there's Darius Acuff with the drive to the rim, and Wes Miller and Cincinnati want to spend an early timeout.
Arkansas's done a nice job of getting back in transition defense, really prevent roster back.
Exactly. You have to recalibrate what your expectations are for returners, and that's going to be a turnover forced by DJ Wagner.
And I noticed this a little bit against Michigan
this evening. There's Acuff coming around the screen. Carter Knox tipped the rebound. Brazil with the hammer. How about a couple of highlights for TB right out of the gates?
Force things and make things happen, and he was concentrating on getting in the paint and using that size and that bounce.
There's a takeaway by Malik Thomas. Able to gather again and score, and there's our first look at Malik.
Brett, I like Billy Richmond with Malik Thomas. These are two guys that got high motors and can really get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they might wear you out. There's Jordy Rudd, and he looks up, and there's Brazil in his face. This may not end well for him. Oh, goodness, he went up and over TB to get the basket.
Let me tell you what, that young man.
Shoot around today. Billy Richmond finds Carter Knox. What a beautiful jump shot from Carter. 5 early points.
Again, it doesn't seem like much, but
a lot of people excited to see you, and he was stuffed. And now the Bearcats, for one of the few times tonight, have a chance to run. Pretty good catch off the bounce by McKinley, and he'll wait for the up and under and score.
That's what they want to do. Nice job defensively. Let that defense feed that offense.
That's a tough shot from Malik Thomas, and yet it drops. Big-time scorer last year at Oak. Fortunately for Pringle, he didn't miss them both, or his teammates would have had to boo him right in the middle of the game.
Tough crowd.
Indeed it is. How about that fight for the basketball? Arkansas can run. Billy Richmond with the hammer.
You play around with that ball, Cincinnati, and don't get it moving inside, outside, the side. These Razorbacks are too athletic, too long, and too quick. They're going to swipe it and dunk it on your head.
You talk about turning defense into offense in a blink of an eye. A lot of active hands started this. And then once Billy Richmond got the ball, you knew something good was going to happen. How about this punctuation from Billy?
Early on, you got to love the active hands of the Razorbacks. They're really getting up and pressuring the ball. And again, they're causing Cincinnati, if you're casual or you're not strong with that ball and make strong picks.
There's going to be some nights when Kirk Krisa is just going to rein in three-pointer. This is Chum. Went to spin baseline and didn't realize quite where he was on the floor. Thomas, quick release, knockdown three for Malik. Below 30% from the field, but shipping into this deficit. At one time down 12. Another knockdown from Celestine. Back-to-back hits.
Young man played a lot of minutes with Baylor last year. He's not afraid of the big spotlight, coming out playing well.
And there's a make from Darius Acuff. When you're talking about a young man who came in with all the accolades, ranked either 5th or 7th in the recruiting class by the different services. DJ Wagner, a couple of big steps, hanging in the air and hitting, and that's the first two for DJ.
Schedule this year that Cal has played. He likes the fact that he's got some guys that know what he wants, and he feels confident that they can handle situations.
SEC, you know that you're willing to take on the other top dogs in college basketball. Acuff, spinning jump shot. All of a sudden, Acuff Jr. is coming alive, 9 points.
I like it.
There's Carter, Knox. He gets that to roll down, and he'll have a chance to complete a three-point play.
Yeah, they caught him sleeping in the corner over there with a little ball watching. You'll see him looking up there, and all of a sudden, oops, where'd he go? Baba's looking at Trevin just a little bit. Carter reads it perfectly, gives him a little jab step, gets to
the Razorbacks for three-pointers. Since he would love to make a few more of those threes. Carter Knox couldn't quite get there, but Thomas does. Acuff. How about a knockdown? That's 12. First half points for Darius Acuff Jr.
He looks poised. Love the energy by.
Extra pass into the corner for Harris. And the shot from Cham does not hit the backboard, and so that was a pretty impressive first half for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, really downhill, get into the lane, get to the free throw line and get some stops, and then look for the three ball.
That'll be a make from Miller. DJ Wagner a little quiet offensively in that first half with 2 points. That shot was partially deflected. Miller down the lane, couldn't coax it in. That's what he'd like to have back. How about that pass? They say Ewan is like a point center. He found Trevin Brazil with a no-look pass for the flush.
And again, you got a Brazil running to the basket untouched is something you might want to think about.
It's hard to miss it. Another rebound for Ewan. They talk about his handles, his passing ability. We saw a little bit of that. And a knockdown from Malik Thomas. He just keeps firing.
Yeah, he's got great skills, and a lot of times he's so athletic that it looks like he's out of control, but just then and there, he's able to compose himself, catch it, and knock down the three. If he can shoot the ball like that, with that athleticism.
Ewan collects. Wagner with a determined drive. There's Brazil. Easily will throw one down. And TB with 12 in the game.
Veteran guard play right there. Got in the lane, not panic, gives it up.
How about a block? That's one area Arkansas thought they might be a little lacking with no Big Z, but I got
shots tonight.
Feels like that length to get of Arkansas has been a bit disruptive.
Get him in a hurry a little bit.
No doubt. Going to speed him up. Pringle will drop it in and have a chance for a three-point play. On your team or your squad is a fraud, and he said you don't have to throw it in every time, but you got to be able to go get a basket every once in a while with the big, and you know what that's all about.
Absolutely.
Billy Richmond down the lane with some damage. Boy, he went airborne inside that free throw line. Richmond.
Yeah, I tell you what, the sea parted.
Good
big business decision by that young man from Cincinnati not to go up and challenge that one.
Boy, I love that angle. You think Billy's going to want to do that Monday? Arkansas went on a 16-2 run in this second half. Led by 20 at the break. Acuff getting downhill. Thought he might have forced that up, but he gets it to drop, and he'll have a chance for three.
They have active hands. They're in the passing lane. They're trying to take away vision. Very effective.
Malik Thomas going to work, twisting, spinning, scoring for the freshman. That's 15 points for the Pittsburgh native.
And seeing the size and athleticism, that Cincinnati had. I mean, I thought it was going to be a test because I still do. I think Cincinnati's a good team.
How about Zella? 3 misses at the rim.
Boy, Arkansas is just smothering them.
Carter knocks. Back in the game, buries a 3, and he's in double figures with that make, and Cincinnati's going to spend another timeout. Arkansas has made 9 of their last 10 field goals, lay-ins, dunks, and played against Michigan. He just didn't feel like the attention to detail was as good this week in practice. Acuff Jr. from one end to the other. Hello! The freshman just continued to the rim before he flushed.
A questionable shot, and it leads. You know, nobody touched the ball for Cincinnati. The ball didn't go side to side or anything. He raises up in transition, takes a challenge 3, misses it, and this is what
Bearcats have found just a little bit of rhythm, maybe. Billy Richmond, we're about to have showtime! Billy Richmond's hammered a feud home tonight, bringing Bud Walton to the collective feet.
Man, pick your poison on that in high school.
Acuff tried to get downhill. Carter Knox hit a 3 earlier, missed that one badly. Easy catch and score for Trevin Brazil, and a chance for 3. Creasa had his pass intercepted. Arkansas is coming back 5-on-2. A bounce to Billy. A lob to Carter. He'll flush. That was pretty.
Somebody was going to be open.
That's right.
So, you know, necessarily sometimes you don't have to just drive in there and make a play.
Billy's ready again for another lob. He'll catch and flush. You can see that one coming from midcourt.
Floodgates are open.
For Arkansas, and that has not changed all game long.
They have, like that shot right there, they've gotten the ball to the rim 7-8 times. There's some great looks, and they're not finishing it. And the attention of your team
it should
to do it better. The good teams respond.
How about the catch by Ewan? He'll flush as well, and Arkansas is putting on a dunk show.
And just love the bid. I like the depth. You know, you're rolling guys in and out, helps you play fast. You can keep the pressure on people, keep it going for longer stretches. Good first game, good first win.
89 points tonight for the Razorbacks. 44 of those coming in the paint with some dunks, some makes from distance, some impressive freshman performances as well. So that'll do it from Bud Walton Arena. Always a treat to have Joe